What is up, boys and girls? It's your boy EROCK, and I wanted to come on here and make a couple comments about the Sam Bradford signing. And I know everybody's all geeked up and yay, Sammy, and we've got Sammy sleeves and hashtag we've got Sammy. Oh my God, we've got Sammy. I'm here to tell you I'm not one of those guys. Because here's the question that I'm asking myself that I don't see anybody else asking. How much closer does this deal bring us to the ultimate prize? And that being a Super Bowl. It doesn't. I mean, think about this. Ask yourself that question. Does it bring us any closer to winning a Super Bowl? No, it doesn't. All it allows us to do is to continue to tread water swimming in lake mediocrity of the NFL, and if anything, allows us to finally answer the age-old question of, is Sam Bradford a franchise quarterback? Right? Wrong. And just to prove my case, I'm going to use what the pro-Bradford camp has been preaching all offseason, all right? We're going to go ahead and fire up the Bradford propaganda machine, the Excusomatic 3000, just to watch the excuses come down the assembly line like fucking fortune cookies, all right? So let's go. What's first? All right, here it comes. Tick, 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 tick. Did you know that Sam Bradford was the most accurate quarterback the second half of the 2015 season? Well, that is accurate. He was accurate, but there's a reason for that. Did you know that 83% of Sam Bradford's passes were under 10 yards? There's a reason why they call them high percentage throws, because you complete a high percent of them. And look, you, the person watching this video, the guy or gal, I guarantee you that if you gave me a football and you ran around no further than 10 yards away from me, I'm gonna ding you at least 79% of the time. Next. Ding, 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 ding. Well, Sam Bradford was learning a whole new offensive system last year. You know what? You're right. You got a point. What the fuck do you think he's going to be doing for exactly half of his existing contract moving forward? It's a 2-year deal, which means that this year, he's got to learn a whole new offensive system all over again. So there goes that argument. Next. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, this one. This one's my favorite. The drops. If Sam Bradford only had some receivers that could catch the ball, if you just took away all the drops, he'd be the best quarterback in NFL history, right? Well, sorta. I mean, the Eagles did lead the league in drops with 37. That's a really high number, 37 drops. But you can't sit there and base your argument that if every receiver and every tight end and every running back caught every ball, that's what Sam Bradford should be. Because that never happens. And besides that, you would have to adjust the numbers for every single quarterback in the league and compare accordingly. But you're not going to do that. So here's what I'm going to do, since, you guys like to talk about stats. The average number of drops across the NFL for every single team, all 32 of them, was 22. The Eagles had 37. So that means there was 15 more drops than the average. And you're right, that's unacceptable. You can't be having that. The wide receivers, the running backs, the tight ends, they all got to catch the ball, all right? So you're 15 drops ahead of everybody else in the NFL on average. So take that 15 drops and multiply it by your average yards per reception, which is 10.7. We're talking about 160, rounding up 161 yards. So you mean to tell me that the difference between Sam Bradford here and Sam Bradford being the greatest quarterback in NFL history, or at least Eagles history, or at least enough to sign again, is 15 drops amounting to 160 yards? That's the argument? Please. Just keep them coming, fellas. Keep them coming. Tick, 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 tick. Well, he was coming off of an injury. No shit. How many times has this guy completed a 16-game regular season? You're proving my point for me. Next. Tick, 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 tick. Our offensive line sucked. Well, you know what? Yeah, you are absolutely right, and I'm not going to dispute that at all. The offensive line was getting Sam sacked or hurried or pressured or hit way too much. But this goes along again with the drops and the new coaching staff. Look, you signed them for 2 years. 2 years. You guys can't have it both way. You can't blame everybody else but Sam Bradford, the receivers, the offensive line, the new system, and then think you have 2 years to completely spin it around to properly evaluate Sam Bradford. That part of it is not so much against Sam Bradford. Part of it is the length of the deal. Now, the Eagles, no doubt, are going to improve this year, all right? They're going to draft some offensive linemen. They're going to bring in some free agent offensive linemen. They're going to go get themselves a veteran receiver. They're going to try to fix the defense. They're going to try to bring in some additional players, some additional talents. So one would assume that they're going to get better. But with a new system and a new game plan in place, how incrementally better do you expect this team to be in year one to the point where you can no longer blame those things on no longer blame those things on everybody else but Sam Bradford? You get what I'm saying? Like, how incrementally better do you think this team is going to get? Look, guys, this isn't a 2-year deal. It's a 1-year deal. If you understand anything about Howienomics or the way Howie Roseman structures his contracts, you take the total length of the contract, you divide it in half, and then you round down. So if it's a 5-year deal, you divide it in half, 2.5, you round down 2. A 5-year deal is really a 2-year deal in Howie world, okay? And a 2-year deal is really a 1-year deal. So how much better do you expect this team to get to the point where you can't blame the offensive line? What do you think? Again, to put it into some perspective, it took Dallas 3 years to rebuild their offensive line. And this offensive line is 3 pieces away, if not 4. You got to replace Jason Peters. You need 2 interior offensive linemen, and you need a capable backup just in case anybody goes down. How much better do you expect that offensive line to be? And it's the same goddamn thing with the receivers. I mean, how much incrementally better do you expect these people to be? I see people on Twitter telling me either you can catch the ball or you can't. Well, if these people can't catch the ball, you're going to need 3 new receivers. Just to put that into some perspective, this is a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick, all with 2 or less years experience in them. So it took Chip Kelly 2 years to build or ruin, depending on which side of the fence you're on, this receiving core. Yet we signed Sam Bradford to a 2-year deal. Yet he has these receivers who are going to drop. Yet it's going to take a while to build up the receivers core. You see, once again, it's a 2-year deal is counterproductive to understanding whether or not Sam Bradford, then going into his 7th year, is worth being our starting quarterback. Does anybody else not see this? We are going to have the same exact conversation next year. Guaranteed. Because all the things that you guys want to blame Sam Bradford on, I'm not saying that you don't have legitimate points. My point is, do you really expect it to get fixed in 2 years? Better yet, 1 year? We're going to have the same conversation next year. They're going to get incrementally better. They're going to draft a lineman. They're going to bring in a receiver. But really, here comes another one down the excuse machine. Tick, 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 tick. EROCK, you should be happy. It's only a 2-year deal for little or no money. Again, what is this doing for our ultimate goal, the Super Bowl? I'm not willing to waste seasons to see if Sam Bradford finally hits his potential and in his 6th year. Because let me tell you something. If you're still waiting to see if a former first overall pick is a franchise quarterback at this point in his career, after all those injuries, after never sniffing the playoffs, the answer's no. And any extension of that, 1, 2, or 3 years, is just treading water. And if you don't want to listen to anything else I have to say, take this into consideration and answer it honestly. If it wasn't the Eagles who traded for Sam Bradford, if it was the Giants, the Redskins, the Cowboys, would y'all be shaking in your boots at the fact that they signed them for a 2-year extension? Would you still be making the same excuses for him? Would you still believe in him the same way? Oh my God, the Cowboys signed Sam Bradford for 2 years. Whatever are we to do? Please. And I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say in the comment section. Because I've seen it before. I saw it all last year. Just like when I was, questioning Chip Kelly. It's EROCK. You don't know what you're talking about. EROCK, Chip Kelly. I can't wait until Chip Kelly turns this thing around so that EROCK guy shuts his face. Okay. I heard the same thing when I said that, the Donovan McNabb era, it was time to move on. But I didn't think that Kevin Kolb was the right guy for the job. I heard it. Maybe not from you, but from others like you. Oh, you're right. You don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. You don't know how to evaluate quarterbacks. You should watch the film. You should, bitch, I'm at the game. I see it. I've seen it. Kevin Cobb, where is he now? I heard the same thing after Nick Foles' amazing season. The Foles is insert goat emoji here. Oh, Nicky Six, Nick Foles. And then I get to training camp and I say, you can look this up. I said, man, something's wrong with Nick's footwork. Nick looks skittish. He doesn't know where to go with the ball. Something's wrong. EROCK. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to evaluate. I got a bunch of like mini John Grudens and fucking Mel Kipers in my comment section. You don't know what you're talking about. You need to watch the film. Okay, what happened to Nick Foles? Then I may be wrong about Sam Bradford, and be God's honest truth, I hope I'm wrong. I hope 2 years down the line that he's such a good quarterback that we're forced to sign him long term. But I bet you I'm right. And then closing, to wrap a bow on this entire pile of shit, and I do apologize for running a little long today, but it's been a while since I make a video, and, you know, I'm pretty passionate about this particular conversation and topic. Because you question what the Eagles do does not make you a bad fan. As long as you are able to articulate and intelligently convey your point of view across, questioning what the establishment does is the foundation of America. All right? An American country that was born in Philadelphia. So it doesn't make you a bad person because, you know, you question what the Eagles are doing or you don't agree with it, all right? So at the end of the day, I'm hoping they do well. I'm hoping I'm wrong about this situation, but the way I read the tea leaves, this is what it is. And it's just an opinion, and once again, honestly, I hope I'm totally wrong about it. But until next time, let's go Birds, and I will see you probably at the draft.